good afternoon everyone, and thank you for joining us for the very last edition of Griffith Uni News for 2012. I'm Catherine Jeffrey and I'll be your host for today's show. Joining us in the studio this afternoon is this awesome panel. We've got Courtney and Cherie. How are you girls?
Good, thank you.
Good. And Justin and Steph. How are you going?
Great.
Good.
Awesome.
So are you excited that it's the last show?
I'm pumped. Yeah. I'm a little bit sad.
Relieved?
It is sad.
It's been a long journey, but it's been fun, and hopefully today's show is awesome for you guys.
Let's get into it. Today we'll be discussing the latest hot topics, but let's take a look at what's happening around the country. Here's Jennifer with the latest news headlines.
In Gold Coast news, more than $20 million in ratepayer money will be spent on millionaires' homes to stop them being washed into the ocean. A Gold Coast City Council report reveals the homes are only one major storm away from major damage or destruction. Storms combined with king tides in recent years have already swept away parts of some backyards. A man will face the Southport Magistrates Court today after he allegedly failed to stop for a random breath test on Ashmore Road in the early hours of this morning. Around 12:30 a.m, police tried to pull the man over, but the car allegedly failed to stop and accelerated away for a short distance before colliding with a curb at the intersection of Ashmore Road and Frieda Street. He also faces drug and weapons charges. In other news, there will be extra security at a Brisbane courthouse today for a man charged over a haul of drugs, weapons and millions of dollars in cash. Police describe the seizure as the largest haul of its kind in Queensland in recent years. Officers say they found suitcases and plastic garbage bags full of millions in cash, as well as guns, steroids and other drugs believed to be methamphetamine and cocaine. And an AstroTurf covered car that has Gold Coasters scratching their heads is selling on eBay with a starting price of 1 cent. The 1998 Mitsubishi Magna, completely covered in fake lawn, popped up for sale on the online auction site and last night had a top bid of $51. The Green Car's Nobby Beach owner Tim used 20 square metres of AstroTurf to cover the car's bad paint about 6 months ago. Well, I guess that's one way to do it. I'm Jennifer on Griffith Uni News.
Thanks, Jennifer. Now, this week we heard the shocking story of a 14-year-old Pakistani girl who was shot twice in the head by a Taliban thug for being an activist for women's education. Well, we've since seen superstar Madonna come out and show her support for the girl at a recent concert she did in LA. And after shouting her support to the crowd, Madonna stripped down into a black bra and panties with the name Malala across her back, which is obviously the girl's name. Now, what do you guys think about the way Madonna went about showing her support for the girl, stripping down like this and having her name scrawled across her back?
I just think these guys are just trying to outshock everyone these days. Like, you have them wearing, like Lady Gaga wearing a meat dress or someone doing something crazy. It's like, I'm kind of a bit over it. They just try to outshock each other. I don't like, it's a good cause and stuff. What this girl, like, should definitely be done a bit more delicately. Like, what's the point of that? Like, why do you have to outshock just to get views these days, pretty much?
I agree with Justin. I mean, I think it's a really distasteful approach. I think it's a good idea to have celebrities, you know, raise the awareness about issues like this because they have such a big influence over the public and as role models and they have the ability to do it. But I mean, I think the way that she went about it was a little bit, you know,
Too
distasteful.
much?
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
Well, I've got to say, I definitely don't condone stripping on stage, but at the same time she was still trying to raise awareness for this poor girl and education in general, women's rights in general. So I think she was trying to say something good, but the way she went about it is just completely distasteful, like you said.
Yeah. I think as well, like it's just a bit disrespectful, like you said, their culture, a lot of it's about being covered up and to go out and strip down to your bra and panties, you know, it's good that she's getting that message across and whatever, but I don't know.
Maybe
she's as old as my mum. I don't want to see her
Yeah,
stripping down her underwear. I don't
if
care
it was
how
anyone
fit
but
she is.
Madonna, it might be a different subject. Pretty hideous.
Calm down, yeah.
Yeah. I think personally, by all means, support, you know, people that you admire.
Yeah, right message.
Yeah.
Wrong way about it,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, how could she have gone about it? Should she have tweeted maybe? Should she have talked about it in public,
Just,
you know,
just
at a public
tastefully,
viewing?
like, don't get naked over it. Like, just talk about it.
I think it's important to be respectful to the people that you're trying to support, though.
Well, all press is good press. I mean, it's got us talking about it, so
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Hey guys, we've got sports next, so stay tuned and we'll be right back after this short break.
Being the managing director of an events management business and working with clients like Lady Gaga and Guns N' Roses isn't all rock and roll. There's serious decisions that need to be made. I've got to know what I'm doing. First place I learnt the power of knowledge was Griffith University. Griffith taught me how to apply what I know to the big picture and the big issues. I know how to find ways to keep the show on the road. Well, guess my job is a bit rock and roll then, isn't it? Griffith University. When you know more, you can do more.
Welcome back. We're doing the very last show here, so we're quite excited. Mark's standing by with the latest news in sports news for all our sports fans out there. Mark?
Thanks, Catherine. Here's what's making today's sporting headlines. The Lance Armstrong saga continues to rock the world of cycling after the revelation that he's in fact guilty of drug cheating. Armstrong has been stripped of his 7 Tour de France titles by the US anti-doping agency and banned from the sport for life after the organisation claimed he orchestrated the most sophisticated doping program ever seen. Armstrong's lawyer insists that he would consider taking a lie detector test if the 26 witnesses who testified against him to the US ADA would do the same. Over to tennis now, and Novak Djokovic insists the heat got the better of him after he smashed a racket during his come-from-behind win over Andy Murray in the final of the Shanghai Masters. Djokovic managed to fend off 5 match points to beat Murray 5-7, 7-6, 6-3. He says his main aim now is to knock Roger Federer from the #1 spot. And finally, to hurdler Sally Pearson, who has won the Don Award at the Sport Australia Hall of Fame dinner in Melbourne on Thursday night. Her Olympic gold medal, won under crushing expectation, was judged Australia's most inspiring sports performance of the year against a high-class field, including fellow London gold medalist and friend Anna Mears. Pearson, who caused a stir on the awards red carpet in a low-cut black dress, says that her bid to break the long-standing women's 100-metre world record is well on track. That's all for today. I'm Mark Baker, and back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Mark. Now, yesterday, amazing footage emerged of daredevil Felix Baumgartner reaching over 1,300 kilometres an hour as he plummeted through the sky in a record-breaking free fall from the edge of space. Now, this is just amazing to watch, and for those of you who haven't seen it, we're going to play it for you now. So let's take a look at this. This is him, this photo. Oh,
There we go.
So
How fast
yeah.
that is.
Yeah. I think he actually made a quote that you sometimes have to get that high just to realise how small we are.
This is where I have a heart attack.
Yeah. I would too.
I mean, would you guys do something like this? This is really, really high. Like,
I've skydived before, and you can see the curve of the Earth. This guy could legit see the whole Earth.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It is insane. Think someone compared like losing your stomach to like incredible pain before. I think that was you. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, you only lose your stomach for about a couple of seconds, and then you just feel weightless. It's sick. I can't imagine what he would have felt though. He was falling for like 4.5 minutes, which.
Why do people want to do this? Like, if I'm in a spaceship, I'm just going to stay in it. Just saying. Do you reckon he would have been more
Safety.
famous if he didn't make it? Or
I think
maybe.
I think none of us would like to see that.
I'm glad that didn't happen.
That would have been an epic fail, I guess you say, you know, like, oh, but not
won't
one
be
to
doing
laugh
that again.
about.
Didn't it take him 2 hours just to get into space though? Like,
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is an incredible height, and he's actually broken the speed barrier. He's gone 1.24 times the speed of sound.
Wow.
That's crazy.
oh my gosh.
Well, actually, the 84-year-old that set the last record was directing him on this jump. So he was like the capsule communicator, and he guided him through the mission. And I just thought that was really nice. Like the fact that he was helping him to beat
definitely
his
want a
record.
good guide if you
Yeah.
jump off
with
the edge of the earth.
experience.
yeah,
He
definitely.
might have sabotaged to keep
Yeah.
his record intact or something.
I actually read somewhere though that if there was even the slightest tear in his suit, that his blood could have boiled. Now, is that something you'd be willing to risk?
Oh, not for
Set a
me.
record.
Think about it. See, it's quite immediate for me. I know.
No, it's just the blood boiling. You can't handle.
Too far. If you haven't checked it out though, look it up. It's amazing. There is longer videos you can find. So we're going to take a quick break now, and we'll be right back after this.
learned about myself and about my sport is the reason why I won gold at the Athens Olympics. And the first place I learned the power of knowledge was through my Griffith Sports Scholarship. Today, my knowledge is why athletes come to me for coaching, and it's why I'm commentator at the SBS National Road Series. It's safe to say that what I know, and a bit of hard work, have always kept me in front. Griffith University, when you know more, you can do more.
Welcome back. Steph is standing by with the latest environmental news. Steph, what can you tell us?
Thanks, guys. Ratepayers are footing the bill for our richest residents to prevent their luxury beachfront homes from washing into the ocean. Coast residents have paid more than $170 million along the Jefferson Lane beachfront alone over the past 20 years, where council reports reveal dunes are so damaged, if the coast is hit with another major storm, homes could be destroyed. Mayor Tom Tate says safety and loss of property were the biggest concerns, but councillors admit they don't know where the money will come from. Southern Queensland is bracing itself from dangerous bushfire conditions this summer as record fuel load levels increase the risk of deadly grass fires, and experts fear residents aren't prepared. Queensland Fire and Rescue Bushfire Education Officer Len Jevons says while the number of fires this season is so far normal, he urges residents to be diligent and to prepare now to minimise the risk of panic when fires strike. Scores of dogs and cats are being bitten by snakes as the unseasonably warm weather wakes the slithery creatures out of hibernation 2 months earlier than usual. One emergency vet is reporting to have treated at least 10 pets for snake bites this month, an increase of 20% from last year. Snakes are particularly aggressive after fasting during winter, and vets are urging pet owners to be looking out for snakes and signs their pets have been bitten, including wobbly walking, weakness, bleeding, ragged breathing, loss of blink reflex, and pale or purple gums. And meteorologists are warning of more wild weather later this week after southern Gold Coast and Tweed suffered violent storms on Sunday night. Some areas were pelted with hail the size of grapes, and Weather Zone meteorologist Brett Duschke says residents should prepare for more storms on Thursday and Friday. That's all in environmental news. This is Stephanie Capper reporting for Griffith Uni News. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Steph. Now, just recently, the head of Vodafone admitted its network crashed 2 years ago because the company wasn't keeping up with the surging demand for smartphones. Now, the teleco company reported it lost over 500,000 customers during the 2011 financial year. And smartphones are obviously really popular here in Australia. Do we all have smartphomes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. Like, I think that is a given.
I don't even think it's a question anymore. It's
a necessity almost?
unless you're...
It is.
Yeah. I couldn't think of anything to say, so let's not say that.
I think it's to do with the internet though, like the internet capabilities. Like
I am with Vodafone and I'm thinking of buying a pigeon because I might get better service.
Yeah.
If I just send a pigeon with a message, it might get there quicker.
Is anyone else with Vodafone or just Three?
I'm with Three and I'm so over it. Oh, it's not even funny anymore. I think I'm on my third and I'm pretty sure my fourth is going to be like this. Consecutive bill over $400 because I always stay on roaming.
So is Vodafone part of
it's
Free
the
and
service
Vodafone?
Of
Same.
like I'm not getting any like service out anywhere
you know
I
what
go.
it's
Like
like.
I'm getting stung badly and they take when I ring up they take what $20 off. Cool. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
So I like
So big of
my
It's a really bad service. Is anybody else with someone who gets good reception? Perhaps.
Well, I'm with Optus, and I mean, I know a lot of people have had problems with Optus, but I just heard that recently Vodafone had struck a deal to sign on with Optus, which is actually their rival.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a very competitive market, and I suppose this is exactly why Vodafone needs to, because you know they've failed their customers.
Yeah, I love that name by the way, Vodafail.
I love that.
It's
That was
fitting.
Vodafail.
Definitely fitting.
They just gave me 3 months free off my bill. That's how good their service is.
Who's that? Vodafone.
Vodafone, yeah.
Why did they do that though? Because they recognise
Because
this
they,
problem.
I put in a complaint and they said, oh, we'll call you back. And he's going, hello, I can't hear you. And I'm like, that's my point, you can't hear me.
Yeah.
Hello, are you there? And I'm like, I rest my case.
Yeah.
Well, I know that Telstra definitely has the best reputation for, phone service. And even though it's more expensive, I feel like it's really worth it, in my opinion. I mean, especially for women as well. Like, there are so many dangerous situations that you can get yourself into. Imagine if you have no reception and like you needed to call someone in the event of an
well, that's true.
emergency.
We're in the middle of the Goldie and we can't get reception.
Yeah.
Imagine if we lived in a rural town somewhere.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's true. I think that's where the price would come. Like, if you're going to have to pay more, maybe it's worth it, you know, like with
Yeah.
Telstra, for example. All right,
Exactly.
guys, it looks like Lauren's got the latest weather forecast for us now. Lauren, how's it looking?
Thanks, guys. It's been a beautiful spring morning on the Gold Coast with clear blue skies and minimal cloud cover. We have a high pressure ridge off the coastline to thank for the lovely weather. Light to moderate east to northeasterly winds along the coast, tending north to northeasterly in the afternoon and freshening over the Gold Coast. Tomorrow will be a perfect day for the beach with fine, mostly sunny conditions reaching a top of 28 degrees. But don't forget your sunscreen as the UV index is expected to be very high. For the rest of the week, you can expect fine and mostly sunny conditions with a possible thunderstorm on Thursday, which is expected to hang around over the weekend. At the beach, it's 27 degrees. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Lauren. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks, guys. And don't forget to check us out on Facebook, and you can also catch all our YouTube episodes on YouTube if you've missed any of our fantastic 5 shows. Thanks for joining us for the final show of 2012. We're Griffith Uni News. Good night.